It's Nails Mahoney here again in Malta. We're talking to people who are performing, who are on radio and TV all around the world, who probably can't or have to do it in a different way nowadays. And one of those people is, well, he goes under the Elvis Tribute Ireland moniker. He's John Coates and he's in Dublin. Hello, John.
How you doing, Nails? How are you?
I'm all right. How are you keeping these days with all this strange weirdness?
We're soldiering on. We keep going. Everything has changed dramatically, as we all know.
Yeah, ever so slightly. Now, are you in the house all the time, or are you able to get out?
Well, yeah. Well, I do some, like, obviously try and stay in as much as possible now because of what's going on. It's kind of risky, I think, going out in terms of, even shopping now. If you're going out on a shop, you're trying to keep it to once a week.
Now, you're Elvis Tribute Ireland right now. Everybody thinks they can do an Elvis, right? Everybody in the world thinks, "Oh, I've got me Elvis." Oh, thank you very much. Everybody thinks they can do that, right? Now, I watched you the other night. Okay, so we'll pull the curtain back a bit. Tracy Lee, the other half of On Air Coach, you're Tracy's sister's partner, so that's how I know you, right? And that's how I got introduced to what you do. So we were watching you do a live gig from your house, I'm guessing, doing the whole show. It's like nearly bloody 2 hours, man. Fair play to you. But I closed.
Yeah, I only planned on doing an hour, and then I went on to an hour now.
That's what a performer does. I'll do one more. But I closed my eyes, and I was thinking, all right, let's just see here. And seriously, man, and it's not just blowing steam up your backside. Like, everything was spot on, and I'm a big Elvis fan, and I know some of the versions of songs, and you're pulling them out, and you're doing the little nuances, and I'm kind of going, all right, this is serious quality stuff. How did it all come about? First of all, where did the passion and the love for this come about?
When I was 5 years old, I remember seeing Elvis in a movie called Easy Come, Easy Go.
Okay.
He made 31 movies, and some of them are different. Some of them are musicals. Some of them, one or two, are more dramatic roles that he did. Some westerns that he did.
King Creole was a good one.
King Creole, yeah. This one was called Easy Come, Easy Go.
Yeah. Any good?
And it was it was the same. The storyline was, he was either a race driver or a fishing instructor, a boat instructor, a ski driver, or a ski instructor.
Love it.
But he always got the girl in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, he was Elvis. Of course he did.
He was Elvis, but there was always one rival in the movie that was kind of trying to get the girl, and he was trying to get the girl, and then ultimately Elvis would win in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was he just saw this guy and I thought, this guy's amazing,
Right.
So from there on, I had a little old cassette recorder, the little decks we used to use long before MP3s. And I'd record my voice, listen to Elvis on record, compare the voices to see what I could do to match it up or to try and get it a little bit more perfect,
Yeah.
And this went on for years and years. So I basically had no childhood and didn't go out to play football.
So it's the old thing when people used to say childhood wasted in the snooker halls. Your childhood was wasted being Elvis, but it wasn't wasted, was it?
No, I don't think so.
No.
The times that I obviously wouldn't have a microphone, but I'd have a brush.
Yeah.
So I'd use the brush and the mirror and go over the different sets, the different songs that he used to do. And
like I say, everybody thinks they can do a bit of Elvis, right? So you start off doing that. When did you realize, actually, I'm pretty bloody good at this compared to everybody else?
Well, I kept it going. I kept practicing, kept going as Elvis for a long time. And then when I was in my early 20s, I entered one of the big competitions on 98 FM.
Uh-huh.
Search for Elvis, and I won that. And the prize was a trip to Memphis and to record in Sun Studios in Memphis, where Elvis made his first recordings, and Roy Orbison and Jerry Lee Lewis, all these guys, Jeez. And so I brought my mother over there, and we went over there, and she'd never been on a plane before in her life, so she was terrified. So we went over to Memphis, and we stayed in the Radisson Hotel there, and that was part of the prize package. And went to see Graceland and went for a walk around Beale Street, the home of the blues.
Yeah.
And so we just went wandering around, and there was one particular episode that we were walking around Beale Street. So let's walk up a little bit further and see what else is around here, you know?
Yeah.
And we walked by a hospital, and it was the Baptist Memorial Hospital. And then it suddenly dawned on me, that's where they brought Elvis when he passed away.
Gosh.
You know? Yeah, and just like these little things, these iconic things you would read about, or, you know, in some of the autobiographies, you know, you'd be walking through history, basically, you know?
Yeah, and especially if you started off doing this as a young kid, it's your history as well you're walking through, not just his, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And so, yeah, and then I did a lot of radio interviews, the late Gerry Ryan as well.
Gerry was a big fan, wasn't he?
He was a huge fan. I did his show about 4 times. Every August, at the anniversary of Elvis's death, he used to have me on for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And throughout the show, he'd go back and forward. He'd obviously have different segments on the show, and then he'd go back and we'd do a few songs.
He's a great man for that kind of thing, wasn't he? He loved that.
He was. He was spontaneous as well, which was great. You know,
big time.
He was a big fan. I don't think a lot of Irish people realize how big of a fan he was of Elvis. He definitely loved his music.
Now, how is this whole situation? It has impacted you, but like, what would you normally be doing during the week? Because you're gigging, you're out there, you're plying your trade. Like, what's it done?
Yeah. Well, the music, the gig scene here at the weekend now, like you do a gig on a Friday or Saturday, wherever the gig is, and that's gone at the moment because all the pubs, all hotels shut down.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, any big mass gatherings, that's stopped now. It's a waiting game now, really, you know. Yeah. I was due to fly over to Nashville, Tennessee, to compete for one of the ultimate qualifiers for Ultimate Elvis, where I'm aiming to try and get to the finals in Memphis in August. I don't know whether I hope it's still going to happen, but the way it looks is that, like, if this thing I think is going to be around for a couple of months. I'm not sure. 4 months at best, 3 months. I'm hoping that we can all get this thing sorted. But everyone's going to be weary in terms of getting back to normal now.
It does drain you, doesn't it? Who would have thought just sitting inside doing nothing could be so bloody tiring? But it really, jeez.
After a couple of days, the novelty wears off.
I was saying to Tracy just the other day, it reminds me of when if you're in work and at Christmas time, everybody's delighted, hey, Christmas. But then after about the week, they're always happy to go back to work. It's kind of, geez, I had enough. I couldn't stay in the house any longer. And it's kind of that indefinitely. When are we going back to normality, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's a waiting game now. It's a waiting game. I was due to fly over to Nashville. I had the tickets booked and everything to compete in the ultimate. How do
you cope with that in your head? Because if this is something you've really wanted, yeah, exactly. I'm talking as politely as you can, I suppose. Or Jesus, but how do you? I mean, if this is an ambition and they say, "Listen, mate, it's postponed," I can't imagine.
Yeah, and I understood it completely. Doesn't make it easier.
No.
I understood why they did it, and they had no choice but to do this.
But screw you, coronavirus, basically.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. This is it. Like, there was some top quality judges there as well. On the night, like Elvis's bodyguard and his one of the manager of the Grand Ole Opry was going to be there judging it and everything. So there was high quality judges.
As you say, though, we can only hope that it's only postponed rather than cancelled like everything else.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. Yeah. I hope I think that the next time they come back, it'll be amazing. You know, bigger event. But the whole thing looked absolutely fantastic. The way they had it set up and the way it was going to be run.
Everything's going to be amazing when it comes back, isn't it? Everything going for it's going to be amazing. Yeah, everything.
Maybe the world will have it. You know, obviously remember people that, you know, like lost out to this virus, lost their lives and everything. It's very sad. Of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
But I think afterwards, you know, we all come together and we might be thinking, might appreciate things a little bit more.
Here's one thing, though, that you're doing, that a lot of people are doing as well. I know you were doing your Facebook updates for your audience and everything. You've got a good audience on Facebook. They're very loyal from every time I go on there.
Very good. Yeah, they're very, very, a lot of Elvis fans.
And they're really interactive. Yeah,
they've been great. They've been great. Love Elvis, and they love what I'm trying to do here as well.
How many shows have you done on Facebook Live now?
I've done 3, I think, now at the moment. And every show is getting better in terms of the feedback. And I try to do songs that people like, Elvis fans, rare Elvis songs that they might hear normally,
And the thing is, you can always tell when someone's enjoying themselves, because halfway through you can see you smiling, and it's a genuine smile. It's not a, hey, showbiz smile for the camera. You can actually see you're actually enjoying yourself. And I think that's part of it. You have to love what you're doing, right? Otherwise, it's
definitely. That makes everything. Yeah, it makes it worthwhile. And it also, it keeps the flag flying, in some way for me, but also for Elvis fans as well who might miss out on some shows, like live shows.
Well, yours was the first online show I saw, and then I've seen other people starting to do it. We'll do a show. I just thought, what a bloody great idea! It is. It's hard. Yeah. Is it hard though? I mean, you're standing there on your own. You're not getting feedback except what comes up on your phone and the text. Is that hard, or are you managing that?
It's different. It's very different. Well, it's also, it feels like it's a little bit more personal, because you're seeing the feedback instantaneously, throughout a song. Even in a normal gig, you're doing after every song, you'll get a cheer or clap. Yeah, people are giving you feedback after the song, but when you're singing in the middle of the song, and people are giving you feedback through the whole song,
That's hilarious.
So I'm trying to keep looking at the screen and singing and looking at the screen at the same time,
Do you think Elvis would have done
unusual.
This? Do you think he would have done this if he was in this situation? Would he have done a lot live?
Maybe. I read somewhere that he wasn't big into listening to himself. He liked to listen to other performers rather than himself.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe it wouldn't have been a thing he would have done too much.
Orson Welles used to say that about his movies. He said, I never saw any of my movies or anybody else's movies. He says, because if I see someone else's movies, then I'm going to be influenced by them. And I'm going to try and copy them because they're better than me. So I don't watch anything. I just do my own thing.
Yeah. I tend to, if I do a video, I tend to go back to the way I was when I was a little kid. I'll listen and see. I'll still listen and see, right, could I have done that a little bit? Could I change that bit, or could I have done that a little bit?
Yeah.
But 98% of the time, I'm happy with the way things go,
Yeah, and as they do say though, it's when you look after the other 2 or 3%, that's the difference between doing it properly and doing it okay, isn't it? Like you were saying, when you do take care of that extra 2%, it's that little nuance or that little flicker of the eye or a little quiver in the voice that he might have done that no one else is picking up on. That can make all the difference.
That's another thing I used to do in my youth, and then I'd still do it, is watch videos, a lot of rare video footage of how he would look at in a certain word or a certain glance he might give the band, or there's a lot of things going on with his face, and he'd probably get lost on a big stage. It'd probably get lost. If you were performing in a live venue where they wouldn't be able to see it close up.
I wonder, did anybody ever say that to Elvis? Hey, Elvis, there's a lot of things going on with your face. I wonder how he would have taken that.
No, there definitely was. He did things very, very subtly. You have to really be watching him.
Yeah, he knew how to use all the expressions, didn't he? He knew what he was doing. When's your next live show then, John? Is it tonight?
I'm going to do one tonight.
Okay, so this is Wednesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, but it is Wednesday. So if you're watching this, it's tonight. If you're watching this after this, go back onto John's page on Facebook, Elvis Tribute Ireland, and you can watch it. Yes, what are you doing tonight? Well, how long are you going on for?
I'll go on. I plan to go on for an hour, but that might change, So see how it goes.
Depends on the comments.
An hour generally.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Depends on the comments, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They've been very good. Yeah. And I might end up an hour and a half. I don't know.
See, Phil, it's your show. You can do what you like. I love the background and all. You've got the whole light thing going on. It's like it's a proper show. It's not just you sitting in your living room. The kitchen.
Yeah. Trying to make it as look like a live show as much as possible.
Now I do. I'm very observant, John. I'm very observant, and I've noticed something on your lap there. I couldn't miss it. Is that a guitar? It's a guitar. Would you?
Do you want a song?
Yeah, I would. I'd love one. Yeah, I would. What can you do? Hey, you don't do any Elvis numbers by any chance, do you? Do you know any Elvis songs?
I do. I do one or two.
One or two.
I'll do one that he did in the '68 comeback special.
Nice.
Make sure it's in tune. This one is called "Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do?"
Awesome.
from his comeback special.
John Coates.
We're on up, we're on down, we're on up downtown, up yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. Hey, got me people, hey, got me high, hey, got me people high, baby, where you want me to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do. Hey, got me doing what you want, baby, what you want me to do.
Yeah, man. You can probably see the big stupid grin on my face there when you're singing away, right? That's amazing. That is so good. I love. It's just mad how you can just become and just do everything. Like sitting on your couch there, and all of a sudden there's Elvis sitting on the couch. It's really brilliant. That's a gift, man. It's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's such
I love doing that. I love doing it as well. And I think when you enjoy doing something that you've done since you were a kid, and you know all the practice and the years of practicing seem to be coming good. You know,
yeah.
Now, so hopefully we can continue on this journey. You know, after we all get back to normal. You know, and start planning for things because there's an event I'm doing. I hope it doesn't get postponed. It's in Canada in late June. It's called the Penticon.
Penticton. I know the town. I've been there. Yeah. That's man, it's a gorgeous part of the world. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they have an Elvis festival in late June.
Wow.
And that's an ultimate qualifier in Memphis as well.
Oh, fingers
so
crossed.
I'm hoping that goes ahead. You know.
Oh, no doubt about it. Geez, you've got the whole world just there and you're just waiting for it to open up again and off you go, right?
I'm just waiting.
Just sitting on the couch, strumming the guitar, going, anytime, lads, anytime.
Just ready. Just ready, like a rocket, ready to launch.
That's it. In the meantime, the Facebook page is the Elvis Tribute Ireland, John Coates, COATES, Elvis Tribute Ireland. Everything you're doing is on there right now, right? That's where you're living right now online.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there now.
There is, I know. You like us, you keep just adding to it and adding to it. And that's the best way to do it.
Keep adding to it.
So we're gonna. What time is the show on tonight?
It's 9:30 Irish time.
Okay, all right.
And then 4:30 CST, 3:30 EDT.
Look at you, see, that's your audience, man. North America, that's what you want.
The Americans, and in UK as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Seem to be liking and enjoying what I'm doing. And I've got a great affection for all the Elvis fans out there, and keeping the flag flying.
Go get your gear on, get into character, get into the zone, and we'll watch you tonight at 9:30. All right.
Brilliant stuff, and best of luck with your show.
Cheers, man. Thanks, John. All the best to you.
Thank you.